The truth didn't explode. It cracked, slowly, painfully, like thin glass under pressure. It started with Jungkook finding a notebook in the living room. Hana had forgotten to hide it after snooping. Inside, Jungkook found pages ripped out, pages she had taken from Taehyung's old sketchbooks. Sketches of events, sketches of Jungkook, sketches of hands holding letters. And then, a draft letter, written in the same handwriting as the admirers' letters. Same curves, same softness, same trembling emotions. Jungkook felt a chill run down his arms. He flipped the page, another draft, and another. Every word matched the tone he had fallen in love with, but they were written by Taehyung, not Hana. He sat down slowly, heart pounding. Taehyung? His breaths grew shaky. His eyes burned. The truth wrapped around him like ice and fire combined. Taehyung was the one he had loved. Taehyung was the soul behind the letters. Taehyung was the one he was supposed to meet that night. Taehyung was the one who got into the accident instead. And Hana was the one who went in his place. Hana was the one who lied, stole, manipulated, destroyed Taehyung's heart. Jungkook closed the notebook. His hands were shaking, his voice trembled. Oh God, what did she do to him? Stood in the center of the living room, Hana's bag in his hand, the secret letters, the real letters, scattered across the floor like fallen feathers. Taehyung's handwriting, Taehyung's scent, Taehyung's soul in every sentence. Hana froze when she saw them. Her smile faded. Her breath hitched, her fingers tightened around the edge of the doorframe. Wabyu, why are you holding those? She whispered. Jungkook looked up slowly. His jaw clenched. His eyes were wet, not with sadness, but with betrayal so sharp it felt like it could cut through the walls. Hana, he said softly, tell me you didn't do this. Her lips trembled. What are you talking about? Jungkook picked up one of the letters. Creases soft, ink slightly faded, but still carrying a warmth that Hana could never replicate. You told me you wrote this. She swallowed. I did. No. His voice broke. You couldn't have. Jungkook stepped closer. Every letter was gentle, thoughtful, soft, full of scars hidden under poetry. He stared directly at Hana. You don't write like that. You don't feel like that. Hana's jaw tightened. So what? You think my feelings are fake? You think I can love? Jungkook's eyes hardened. I think you used someone else's heart to win mine. Her expression cracked, and then it shattered. Why does it matter? She screamed suddenly. You love me now. We're engaged. You're mine. Jungkook flinched at her voice. This was no longer insecurity. This was desperation. Hana, he said cautiously, whose letters are these? Silence. Hana. She backed away. It doesn't matter. It does, Jungkook snapped, voice trembling. Because I fell in love with the person who wrote these. I fell in love with their pain, their dreams, their loneliness. Not me? Hana cried. So what if it wasn't me? I deserve love, not him. Who? Jungkook whispered. Hana froze again. Her breath shortened, and Jungkook felt his chest grow cold. Taehyung? He whispered. That was when Hana broke, completely. Her eyes went wild. Her hands shook. She took a step forward like she was about to tear the world apart. I hate him, she screamed. He takes everything. He steals everyone's attention, everyone's love, even you. Han, he was supposed to die that day, she screamed. I pushed him on purpose so he would never meet you, never steal anything again. Jungkook stepped backward, horror tightening his spine. "You caused his accident," he whispered. "You tried to kill your own brother." Hana's breath trembled. Then she screamed, "I wish I had!" Jungkook didn't remember how he ran out of the house. He didn't remember grabbing his coat or getting into his car, or the cold air slapping his face like punishment. All he remembered was Taehyung, Taehyung's soft letters, Taehyung's gentle words, Taehyung's silent suffering hidden between sentences, Taehyung's accident, Taehyung's missing smile, Taehyung, Taehyung, Taehyung. Jungkook searched everywhere: the art building, the campus benches, the quiet alley near the bakery Taehyung always wrote about, the rooftop he once described in a letter. "It's where I go when the world gets too loud, and I wish someone would hold me for once." He wasn't there. Jungkook's hands shook. His breaths came out in harsh bursts. Then he ran to the siblings' home, empty. Taehyung's closet half open, clothes missing, his sketchbooks gone. Jungkook whispered, horrified, "No, please don't tell me he left." Then he saw a note, small, folded carefully, left on Taehyung's pillow. Jungkook opened it with trembling fingers. It wasn't meant for him. It wasn't meant for anyone, but it broke him. "If I leave, maybe Hana will finally be happy. If I disappear, maybe she will stop hating me. I'm sorry, Jungkook. Thank you for the letters. Thank you for giving me a reason to breathe for a little while." Tae. Jungkook's vision blurred. "No," he whispered, voice cracking. "No, no, no." He grabbed his phone and dialed, and redialed, and redialed. Taehyung's number was switched off. Jungkook pressed the phone to his forehead and broke down in the empty room. "I'm so sorry, Taehyung," he whispered. "Please, please come back." The truth didn't explode. It cracked, slowly, painfully, like thin glass under pressure. It started with Jungkook finding a notebook in the living room. Hana had forgotten to hide it after snooping. Inside, Jungkook found pages ripped out, pages she had taken from Taehyung's old sketchbooks. Sketches of events, sketches of Jungkook, sketches of hands holding letters. And then, a draft letter, written in the same handwriting as the admirers' letters. Same curves, same softness, same trembling emotions. Jungkook felt a chill run down his arms. He flipped the page, another draft, and another. Every word matched the tone he had fallen in love with, but they were written by Taehyung, not Hana. He sat down slowly, heart pounding. But today, something changed. Today, he realized, she would never stop. He was poison to her, a curse, a monster she believed she had to destroy. So Taehyung decided to remove himself from her world. Not to punish her, to free her. He reached the bus stop, trembling, exhausted, soul bruised. Jungkook found him near dawn. After 6 hours of searching, his car practically flying down highways and empty roads, Jungkook finally spotted a lone figure sitting at the bus terminal on the edge of the city. Head down, face hidden behind dark bangs. A backpack held tightly like a shield. Taehyung. Jungkook slammed the brakes, jumped out of the car, and ran. Taehyung! Taehyung looked up slowly. His eyes were swollen. His lips were trembling. His face was pale as moonlight. When he saw Jungkook, he inhaled sharply, as if he didn't believe he was real. Jungkook reached him, breathless, heart-pounding, tears threatening to fall again. "Why did you leave?" Jungkook whispered. Taehyung looked away. "You shouldn't be here." "Why?" Jungkook shouted, voice cracking. "Why would you think I could ever let you go?" Taehyung flinched. "Please don't. I can't take any more pain." Jungkook slowly knelt in front of him. "Tae," he whispered. "I know everything." Taehyung froze. Hana lied to me, Jungkook said. She used your letters. She stole your words. She pretended to be you. She even... His voice trembled. She even confessed she caused your accident. Taehyung's breath stopped. I'm so sorry, Tae, Jungkook whispered. I'm sorry I didn't see it sooner. I'm sorry I didn't find you before you broke. Taehyung's eyes filled with tears. I didn't want you to know, he whispered. I didn't want to ruin your life too. Jungkook cupped Taehyung's face gently. So gently Taehyung felt like he might fall apart from the warmth alone. You didn't ruin anything, Jungkook whispered. You saved me. Taehyung choked. But Hana, I don't love her, Jungkook said firmly. I never did. I only loved the person behind the letters. His thumb brushed Taehyung's cheek. The person was you. Taehyung's tears finally spilled, quiet and uncontrollable. Jungkook pulled him into a tight embrace. Taehyung shook in his arms like someone who had been holding pain for years. Jungkook whispered into his shoulder, Don't leave me. Don't disappear again. Please, Taehyung, stay. Taehyung clung to him, broken and fragile. And for the first time in his life, he let someone save him. Hana sat alone in the dimly lit room of the house, the walls echoing the emptiness she had created for herself. The carefully constructed lie, the web she had spun around Jungkook and Taehyung was unraveling. You don't love me, she whispered to herself, tears sliding down her cheeks. You love him. You always loved him. Memories of bullying Taehyung, of laughing while torturing him in university, of stealing moments she thought belonged only to her. Every action now came back to haunt her. She had always been jealous of him, his beauty, his talent, his charm, and the way everyone, even their parents, admired him. But now her jealousy had turned into destruction. And in destroying him, she had destroyed herself. It started with small sobs, then grew into uncontrollable wailing. She threw papers, letters, everything in reach, symbols of the happiness she had tried to steal and now could never have. Hana's breakdown had finally alerted their mother. The truth spilled out. Hana's jealousy, her bullying, and her deception with Jungkook. The revelation shook the family. Their mother wept bitterly at her son's silent suffering, realizing for the first time how much Taehyung had endured. She had always been so busy with work that she had failed to notice Hana's cruel games. Their father, though long gone, was remembered through the heavy silence of the house. But in that silence, Taehyung finally felt the acknowledgement he had always craved. He didn't need apologies anymore. What he needed was love, the love he had been denied for years. It was a rainy evening when Taehyung returned to the house, this time holding Jungkook's hand. Hana had been taken for counseling. The police had been involved briefly, but the focus was on healing, not punishment. The family gathered. Their mother embraced Taehyung tightly, whispering, I'm so sorry, my son. I should have seen your pain. I promise never again. For Taehyung, it was overwhelming. The love he had yearned for all his life, the warmth he had been denied, filled him entirely. Jungkook squeezed his hand. You don't have to endure anything alone anymore, he said softly. Taehyung smiled, tears streaming down his face. I finally feel like I belong. I finally feel loved. And as they stood there, surrounded by family and finally feeling the weight lift off his shoulders, Taehyung realized one undeniable truth. He had survived, endured, and now, at last, he could live for himself and the love he had always deserved. Weeks passed, and Taehyung slowly rediscovered himself. His confidence was no longer the mask of perfection. It was genuine. His smile was no longer a shield. It was real. One evening, after the family had come together to reconcile and heal, Jungkook took Taehyung's hand in his. "I never want you to doubt that you're worthy of love," he said. "Not from me, not from anyone. You've been strong for everyone else. Now let me be strong for you." Taehyung's eyes glistened with tears, but they were tears of relief, not pain. I don't know what to say," he murmured. "You don't need to say anything," Jungkook replied, leaning closer. "Just let it be us." That moment marked a true beginning. The love Taehyung had yearned for, pure, accepting, and steady, was finally his. No pretense, no jealousy, no masks. Even his parents had begun learning to see him as he truly was. Brilliant, kind, gentle, and deserving of all the love they had delayed giving. Hana's lessons, painful as they were, had finally ended. Taehyung emerged not broken but shining, supported by family who now truly cared, and by Jungkook, whose love was patient, knowing, and eternal. For the first time, Taehyung felt whole,